I'm back. I have found a game. It was in the My Little Game Dev thing as well. It's called Princess Civilization. I assume that means that it's supposed to be based off of the Sid Meier Civilization games, which I own the 4th and 5th one, but haven't ever actually played them. So I played around in this a little bit. I checked the credits, and, god damn it, I really hate this voice actor, Wish Lotus. She's really bad. Anyway. I just wanted to get that off my chest. You'll hear her Spike voice in a second. Free mode is, I don't know what to do, so we're gonna go for a story-driven mode, which is a tutorial. Start a new game. It will begin with tutorial and functions will be unlocked as the game progresses. Tasks equal quests will guide you along the way. This is the recommended starting point. Okay. Great responsibility does not mean, whoa, you must abandon your friends. Her Highness Twilight Sparkle. Wow, that's really loud.
My
also,
dearest Twilight, the time
what?
has come
Is that
for
a
you to
dude
help me
voicing
manage
Celestia and the girl voicing
It
Spike?
won't be easy, but I'm positive all of your friends will try
I haven't
their
heard
best
that
to help
song
you.
since I've watched
But
the
wait,
finale for the
there's more
first
good
time
news.
either. I haven't watched
For the
it
moment, I will
again,
only
ever.
put Ponyville
No.
itself under your
Such a
responsibility.
forgettable song.
At least until you finish reading the enclosed book.
Learn to be a
princess in 24
Okay, you
hours.
couldn't get a female voice actor to
You're
do
not my
Celestia?
student, but I know you will do just
I'm sorry.
fine.
And why is there a timestamp?
Undersigned, Princess Celestia of Equestria.
Okay, what? Oh,
Twilight,
Spike was
that's
reading it.
amazing.
Oh,
Now
what?
we can finally establish the Dragon Appreciation Day I've been
Okay.
telling you about.
It's both Celestia and Spike, and then the voice changes to the girl.
Click next or press K to have me read it.
I think, actually, you know what? That voice would be okay if it was a derpy, but it's a terrible Spike. Okay, let's hit K.
Your new responsibilities include, among others, cultivating fields, planning construction, holding festivals, exploring Equestria, and managing large amounts of bits.
Okay. I have
With
10,000 in my
Isaac,
royal
let's start by
treasury.
moving you around. Move your mouse to the edges of the screen now, and use the arrow keys or the WASD keys to move.
I'm sorry, I can't take this voice. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay, move the mouse to
Press the O
oh,
and E keys
I have to
or use
move.
the mouse wheel to zoom. Try it now.
Okay.
Before we get down to business,
I have a very small
I'm
area.
supposed to remind you that you can find a lot of information in the book manual in the right bar.
Okay, in that case, let's read the manual. Introduction. Oh god, that's a long manual. Introduction. Dear Princess, thank you for purchasing this book. We hope you'll learn a lot from it. Your task is to increase the population and friendship levels of towns under your control, and to gain control of more towns. You cannot increase population normally, it increases on its own, though you may help it by hosting festivals. I guess to bring immigrants in. Friendship level of a town is dependent on the amount of elements in the town. Think of elements as a tendency of the town's pony's personalities in that direction. Friendship level is always bound to the lowest of all 5 elements of the town. Okay. Wait, there's 5 elements? I guess magic? There's no benefit to improving a town's high loyalty if its kindness is very low. So is magic the one that's not there? In story mode, you'll see the complete quest displayed in the right bar. This will allow you to progress through the storyline. Do not forget to send feedback whenever you notice something you liked or disliked. The handy button in the top right corner of the screen will let you do this from the comfort of the game's interface. I assume that's this. I don't care to do that. Other than that your voice actor is bad and you should feel bad. Controls! Left-click a pony or a town to select it, to right-click anywhere to deselect. Okay, so I'm used to Age of Empires when it comes to RTSs, so that's going to be hard to get used to, because right-click would make you move in that. With the town selected, left-click a nearby tile to schedule or unschedule its cultivation. Left-click an item in the queue to cancel it, or left-click anywhere else on the map to deselect. Right-click an intervention event to dismiss it, or left-click it to deal with it or move your view to the appropriate town. Okay. If you already are over the appropriate town, the event notice will be dismissed. Okay. So, will it at least tell me that there's an event so I know what's going on? Most buttons have shortcut keys that appear in the bottom left corner whenever you hover your mouse over the button. Okay, escape returns from this screen to the main interface. WASD moves, mouse wheel zooms, K skips, F5 quick saves. Okay, thank you! Thank you, game, for making it F5 and not F6 so I don't have to press the FN key every time. Control Enter ends the turn. Tab switches to the next idle explorer. I guess, yeah, Civilization is turn-based, isn't it? Shift tab switch to the next idle element bearer. Okay. Gameplay tips. 1. Right-clicking dismisses events. If you right-click an event bubble, it will be dismissed and disappear from the screen. Some events such as festivals and friendship problems cannot be dismissed, however. Okay. Tooltip bar. Whenever you hold your mouse over a button or anything, information about it displays in small monitors. Okay. The game automatically saves your progress, blah blah blah. Press F5 to save your progress. Sorted towns. In the towns menu, you may sort your towns by the number of each element they have. This is very useful when you want to know which town to export an element from, and what town needs an element. Idle Explorer, you can... Okay, so that's sort of like the Idle Villager in your members. General Tips 2. Exporting elements. It is possible to freely move elements from one town to the... Okay, this is called exporting elements. I guess you can just send loyalty and kindness to other towns or something. I don't know. You must acquire the appropriate princess feat. Then you may export elements from your town. Element bearers will spawn adjacent to this town. You may then move them to other towns as you see fit and merge them with... Okay. This is all a little confusing at this point. Maybe once I complete the tutorial, it'll be a bit more intuitive. Extracting the element auras. I thought these were supposed to be like one little object, or the spirit of that object held by the main six. Not like you can just harvest elements from the ground. So this sort of messes up with the canon. If you move an export opponent element tile that belongs to no town, she may extract that element and thereby transform into an element bearer of 50 of those elements. Okay. This is a fast way of getting... Foggy tiles get known automatically. Whenever you move an explorer near the frontier of unexplored land, some tiles turn foggy. They are not completely back, so like the Fog of War in Age of Empires. Okay. Tiles will take long to go through, but the good news is that 5 turns after you discover them, they will automatically fully reveal themselves. Prevent towns from blocking. The game will not allow you to end your turn if there is nothing in a town queue. Sometimes when you cultivate all tiles near a town, you may wish to keep your money for feats or to pay for donations and not construct additional buildings. In that case, you may uncheck the trigger warning checkbox in the buildings menu of that town. This will prevent the town from blocking your progress next turn. Okay. Strategy. In the beginning, it is a good idea to first cultivate all the element tiles around Ponyville so its friendship level can grow. Then cultivating forests should follow, as at the beginning they produce much more money than meadows. I don't know what any of this is. It is convenient to queue the civilization of many tiles at one time. Do so. When you attain Princess Power 2, again, I don't know what any of this is, you gain access to explorers. Acquire the feat and then train some and send them off to explore the world. You will discover new towns, and with new towns under your control, you gain more money and more princess power, whatever that is. When you control more than a single town, it's recommended to develop all towns equally, so like Monopoly, at least until they reach friendship level 5, at which point they can create important buildings. Okay. Intervention events, oh noes, are situations that require your personal attention. They appear at the beginning of each turn at the lower left corner of the screen. There are several types of intervention events. Notice informs you of an empty queue somewhere. No, friendship problem. Opponent somewhere in your realm asks for your advice. You have several turns to respond, but eventually you must give him or her an answer. Answers here are correct or incorrect. Correct answer grants the pony's hometown plus 5 each element. Okay. Event scheduling. A festival is scheduled to happen soon, and you must choose the host town. Okay, so like the Equestria Games or the Simple Ways thing. This town will receive great rewards from the festival, so choose the one that needs the most. Okay, towns. Each town has a production queue, so you can fill with tile, cultivation requests, and building construction requests. These may take several turns to process. Left-clicking an item in the queue will abort it and return its cost. Oh, okay, let me reread that. Each town has a production queue that you can fill with tile, cultivation. God, this is a very wordy manual. Okay. I'll figure it out, I guess. If you put enough items in the queue, they may not fit in the screen. Nevertheless, they are still in the queue and will be processed eventually. It is always advantageous to have something in every queue. Yeah, that makes sense. In the buildings menu, there is a trigger warnings checkbox. If you uncheck it, you'll know. Okay, we know that. You may find this useful in the stage of the game, as there's nothing more this town can do. To export elements is to transfer some elements of harmony from this town to a traveling pony, which again makes no sense, who can then merge with another town. I'm guessing that they literally just took Civilization, which again I've never played, and had like resources like wood or fire, or not fire, that doesn't make any sense, or money or something, and then just turned them into elements. Okay. Friendship is a town's property determined by the element of which it has the lowest. The level rises and falls automatically as your elements change. For example, if you have the least generosity and you have 71 generosity elements, your friendship level is 4. So, okay, you need 20 per level. Okay. High friendship level has several effects. 1, it allows you to build important structures that increase your elements. 2, at the end of each turn, each town's friendship level is added as XP to your princess power. Wow, that's some really epic music all of a sudden. 3, some mid-game and late-game quests require your towns to be of a certain friendship level. Okay. Princess power. Oh, yes, finally this gets explained. My princess power levels require princess power level. How high do I need? How much XP do I need to get to 9,000? Okay. A high princess power level is required for certain quests and also for certain towns to accept you. There are 2 ways to increase your princess power. 1, completing quests. 2, At the end of each turn, the sum of your town's friendship levels is as XP to your princess power. Okay. The experience necessary, okay. It was the quadratic formula, okay. I don't remember the quadratic formula, it's not bad. Wait, it was negative b, I don't remember, fuck. Or it was ax squared plus bx plus c, that's the one, and that's not the quadratic formula, that's the, whatever, fuck. High virtues define you as a princess. The advanced version of the elements of harmony: compassion, integrity, charity, optimism, devotion, and leadership. So those are basically just synonyms for the regular elements. Leadership is going to be magic. Devotion is loyalty. Charity is generosity, rarity. Compassion is going to be kindness. Integrity is going to be honesty, and optimism is laughter. Okay, whatever. Some choices you make during friendship problems will alter your high virtues in one way or the other. High virtues have little impact on gameplay, except at the end of each 24th turn. That's a lot of turns. Your high virtues are added as elements to all towns under your control. Oh. For example, if you have +5 integrity, then all your towns receive +5 honesty. Negative high virtues have no effect. Okay. Explorers and bears. Explorers are ponies who reveal the Fog 4 for you. An explorer can only move one unexplored, foggy, black or foggy tile per turn, but can move through 2 fully visible tiles each turn, or more if roads are constructed. The explorer, when on an element tile that cannot be cultivated, is not in any town municipality, can extract the element, becoming an element bearer in the process. You will no longer be an explorer. Okay. So, I guess don't do that if you want explorers. I don't know why, but I don't know. I'll have to figure this out as I go in the game. Element bearers cannot move through the black, unexplored areas, but can move through fog, albeit slowly. When adjacent to a town, the pony can merge with it, disappear and transfer its elements to the town. Okay, element bearers are how you move elements from one town to another. If a town does not have a loyalty source, for example, you can help by sending a loyalty bearer. Okay, that makes sense. Not canonically, but gameplay-wise. If you move an element bearer to a town you do not control because transferring elements is an acquisition requirement, okay, then you must move the bearer adjacent to the town, then look at the town, and choose Inquire about acquisition, and then merge. Okay. Tiles. Each town can cultivate up to 32 tiles in its municipality area. A cultivated tile provides regular benefits and does not require maintenance. Cultivating a tile takes 1 turn. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so cultivating tiles is good. Cultivating meadow tiles put 100 bits per population level to your royal treasury. Oh, okay. For example, a meadow tile in a town with population level 5 gets you 500 bits per turn. Okay. So it's not each individual person, it's like a level. Okay. Cultivated forest tiles put 1,000 bits to the royal treasury each turn. It's usually advantageous to first cultivate forest tiles. Okay, so they give... So unless your population level's over 10, forests are better. Element tiles give 1 corresponding element to the town each turn. They are more rare, and all towns don't have access to all element tiles. Use buildings and element bearers to compensate. Credits. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Technical. The game is okay, I don't care. Actually, I kind of do. Let's see. I do for recording purposes. There's a cheat code. If you press Ctrl-Alt-Shift-V, you and all towns will get plus 5,000. Okay, I'm not gonna cheat. So, okay, this helps me with recording. Okay, humor. Why do all Pascal programmers want to live in Atlantis? Because it is below the sea level. Wow. So these 2 ponies... God, wow, I can't believe I'm reading this. So these 2 ponies enter the spa, and an hour later, 3 leave. Sweet Celestia, says a bylooker. This is impossible. Wait, okay. No, says the biologist, it's simple. They must have reproduced. No, says the physicist, it's just a measurement error. No, says the mathematician. Now 1 more will enter, and there will be 0 ponies inside. I think I'm gonna have to... they must have reproduced. I think I'm gonna go with the physicist. I'm gonna say that there was 1 that was in there before. Yeah. Reproduce in 1 hour. I think I've heard that joke before, not pony version. Mathematician is demonstrating a proof and the student interrupts her. Madam, I have a counterexample. No matter, I have 2 proofs. Oh, okay. Do not believe businesses who offer you a complex solution to your problems, because, complex solutions usually have a non-trivial amount. I don't get that one.